I was asked to come out here and tell the story about Nubs Kinsey. He was a guy who, like most guys, fall in love with some beautiful girl. Well, poor Nubs, he was in love with this girl, Frederica. And, he really felt for her. And one day, she broke up with Nubs Kinsey. And so, what happened, well, poor Nubs, he was heartbroken. Of course, this beautiful young girl comes up and he's all in love and thought this was going to be his life. But what happened was that, well, the night she broke up with him. Should I tell you this story? Well, what happened was, see, Nubs was all in love. And then she broke up with him. So he was very depressed. So that night he decided he was going to kill himself. For real. And so, of course, friends like me said, Nubs, no way, don't kill yourself. But he was very despondent that night. So, what happened, we were hanging out, we partied, we'd had fun. And so, Nubs came up, he turned on his stove, the gas he thought was going to, make him go to sleep and never wake up. But what happened with Nubs was similar to what happens to many people. He went to sleep. And so the next morning he wakes up, the regular Nubs Kinsey. Well, he's going to light a cigarette. He thinks, okay, I'll just spark a cigarette up. Well, little did he know that the night before he had left the gas on all night. So, of course, what happened? Kaboom! His whole apartment blew up. His whole house blew up. Just like this passing train, I could tell you stories. Well, anyway, he wakes up the next day in a hospital. All looking at I'm just Nubs. Like he had been a burn victim. And so we were like, Nubs, what happened to you? And he was like, well, I left the oven on because she had broken up with me. And that's how he became Nubs Kinsey. And that's the famous story of Nubs Kinsey and what happened to him and how his, fingers had become nubs. So the moral of this story is definitely don't leave your gas stove on all night hoping that you'll be asphyxiated, because you might wake up in the morning quite happy and light a cigarette.